Welcome to another great episode of Real Estate Straight No Chaser with Tara. Today we wrap up our series on the 3 reasons, and there are only 3, why people don't own. We started off our series talking about money. Money is a good reason why people don't own. We talked about how lenders count money, different little pitfalls that we all fall into if we're self-employed, how we do our taxes. We talked about that. Then we rolled into the credit, and we talked about credit, why our credit scores are different from lenders when they pull the credit scores, how lenders look at credit, how lenders view this and that. Another great reason why people don't own is credit. Third reason is what we're going to talk about today. The third and last reason, and I have been building up to this day 4 weeks now, why people don't own. And this episode is going to get real personal, because in order to help you, I'm going to need to focus on myself a little bit, and which is completely not like me, because I'm always giving information. But this time, for you to understand the third reason, I'm going to have to talk about me. So you can understand it better. Here we go. All right. The third reason why people don't own, the third and last reason after money and credit, is mindset. It's your mindset. That's the only thing stopping you after money and credit, is your mindset. And when I say mindset, I'm mostly just talking about fear. And what is fear? False evidence appearing real. That's all that fear is. Fear occurs when your unconscious programming is stacked with limiting beliefs. The only reason why your beliefs have power over you is because you have decided that they're true. Beliefs are only the same thoughts repeated over and over again in our heads, which means you can change them. You have the power to overcome fear. You have the power to do anything you choose to do. So let's talk about fear and how fear holds us back, because once again, fear is a mindset. I hear things like, owning a home is too expensive. I don't want the responsibility. I'm too old. Okay. So let's talk about, let's get to the facts here. Let me give it to you straight, no chaser, which I always do. Okay. Owning a home is too expensive. My average age of my customer is between mid-30s, late 40s. It's the average age of my customer. So let's just shoot that my average age is maybe 35. People are able to rent at age 18. They can get their first apartment. Okay? So if they're renting at age 18, let's just give them 15 years of renting. And let's say they average about $1,200 a month in rent. If you rent for 15 years at an average of $1,200 a month, you paid $216,000. You've given that away. You've given it away. Okay? There is nothing in your house that costs $216,000 to repair. Period. There's nothing in there. Nothing. So now I'm going to roll this to me. And I'm going to talk about myself, because I guess I'm the best source of that information. Myself. So let's talk about me and my journey into home ownership. If you know me personally, then you know that I was born without my right hand. I'm truly a lefty here. Nothing here. I am a lefty from birth. Okay. I found out later that I never crawled. I didn't know how to crawl. I always walked. So I was walking, my parents told me, I think I was walking in 8 months. So when you don't know that you can't do something, you just do it. Then, as I grew older, I lived with my parents, went to school. My dad taught me to save. So me spend one check, save a check. Spend one check, save a check. I paid my way through school, so I don't have any student loan debt. Now, yay me. But those were lessons that I took heed to. And my dad always instilled in me to never pay rent. Never, ever pay rent, because I'm just giving away my money. So when I got my first place back in 1995, I was 24 years old. I went from my parents' house to my own place. So I've never, ever, ever paid $1 towards rent. Never done it. I bought my first place. It was a condo. And it was 2 bedroom, 2 bath. And I lived there for 8 years. I never made a repair in 8 years in that condo. I moved into my house out here in Lawrenceville in 2003. So I've been in my house 17 years. So I've owned real estate 25 years. Okay? In my own house, I've replaced my roof. My house was built in 1992. I replaced the roof. I replaced the furnace. I've had some siding work done. And I replaced the garage door doohickey to kind of let the garage door down. So I replaced those maybe 4 things since I've been in this house. Everything else I've done have been upgrades. But as far as major repairs, the roof and the furnace have been my major repairs since being in my house. I've also bought a new refrigerator. My refrigerator went out. So I also got a new refrigerator. Okay. Each one of those items, as a homeowner, have given my home more value if I chose to sell it. So let's talk about costs right now, which is one thing that I hear that people say, I don't want the responsibility or it costs too much money. Okay. My roof, my insurance company wouldn't pay for it because they didn't have enough hail damage. So I got a severe discount on that. But had I had to replace my roof would have cost me $8,000. Okay. My furnace was, I'm going to give that $1,800 for the furnace. Okay. And then the refrigerator, I went and replaced that. I went to Sears Outlet and replaced that refrigerator. That refrigerator, I'm going to give it another $800 for that refrigerator that I have. Okay, so we got 8,000. Get out my handy dandy calculator. Hope it works today. So 8,000 for the roof plus 1,800 for the furnace plus 800 for the refrigerator. And then I had some siding work done. So let's say the siding work, was another, I don't know, $1,500, if that. So I may have paid, because my calculator just went crazy on me, I'm giving myself $12,000 total out of pocket living in my house, expenses. And this calculator ain't worth a fiddlesticks live, I'm telling you. So let's just say $12,000 total. That's $1,000 in 12 months. But I've been here 17 years. So 17 times 12 is 204 months I've been here. So 204 months. Oh Lord. Let's say 12,000 divided by 204 months is $58 a month worth of expenses I've paid since being in my home. Okay, that's if I had to pay out of pocket full cost. So it would have cost me $58. Now, keep in mind at the beginning, I said if you've been renting for 15 years, paying $1,200, you've given away $216,000. My repairs, if I would have paid out of pocket total, would have came to $12,000. So when people say it's too expensive to own, it's really too expensive not to own. So we just need to adjust our mindset. Now, last June, I was blessed with the opportunity to receive a prosthetic. And the prosthetic I am going to be putting on live. I want to show you how it works. Because the magic of this lovely device is controlled by my thoughts. Yes, this thing is out of the world. So my prosthetic is here. This is it, my handy dandy thing, my handy dandy prosthetic. And if you can see inside the prosthetic, you see these little things right here? These are, I guess, electrodes, and it reads my thoughts. And my thoughts have energy. And that energy is what controls this prosthetic. So I'm going to put this prosthetic on. I'm going to prepare. And that's the lotion. Put this prosthetic on. Now you might hear some sounds because it's like suction. It suctions in. So hopefully it won't be too loud, but it is what it is. All right, so it's on. So here's my prosthetic. It's on. Okay, it's on my arm. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it on. All right, so it might need a second to get calibrated, but here we go. Okay. And it has two controls. I don't know if it'll switch. It may. There we go. So it has, when you hear the beep, it's changing commands. All right. There we go. So if my thoughts are powerful enough to control a device, your thoughts are power enough to control what happens in your life. So I'm encouraging you to adjust your mindset and know that homeownership is a blessing. And I encourage everybody to do it because I'm gonna cut this thing. I might cut it off. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. I encourage everybody to own a home. If you ever call me about renting is not my thing. And I don't encourage anybody to do it because I know the waste of money that you're going to be wasting your money. You're throwing it away. If you get your credit right, your money right, and your mind right, you too can be a homeowner. There's nothing you can't do when you control your thoughts. So that's it. That's it. That's the third secret to why people don't own a home. Money, credit, mindset. So I encourage you to Keep watching Real Estate Straight No Chaser. If you enjoyed my series, if you enjoyed this lesson here, got questions about how this wonderful prosthetic works, give me a call. Thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you next on the first Sunday. First or third Sunday, watching Real Estate Straight No Chaser with Tara. Keep your mind right. Own a home. Talk to you soon.